I heard a statistic that 90% of all data that's ever been recorded was created in the past 3 years. So you can just think about how much information is being created every second. There's something like, if you think about YouTube, there's like 8 years of video uploaded every day, 8 years of video. So you can never fully watch YouTube, not even close. And it all comes down to, digital information. And that basically means, ones and zeros. So 44 zettabytes is a really big amount of ones and zeros. In gigabytes, if you're familiar with the size of a gigabyte, it's what is it? It's 44 trillion gigabytes. That's what we're at. And actually, I do know this number. It's 352 sextillion bits. That's how many ones and zeros there are right now. Of course, this number is growing every second, so it's probably 353 by now. And where's all this data coming from? It's coming from us. And not just us, but a lot of it is coming from standard users of the internet, just like me and you. Whether it's our social media habits on Facebook, our viewing habits on YouTube. If you have one of those digital assistants, they call them, like Alexa at your home, you are contributing to big data. Just by doing a Google search, you're contributing to big data, because everything that's done is creating data. And like I said, it's growing exponentially. So it's growing and growing and growing and not slowing down at all. All right. Who cares? A lot of people care. A lot of people want that data. All right. Right now, with this pandemic, it's society in a lot of ways, in the sense that there are people that want to know. I mean, I say that there are people, but people want to know who has coronavirus, and there's certain ways that there's controversial means to get that information that is like a really hotly debated topic right now. So I'm going to get into it and show you both sides of it. But right now society has an interest in collecting data, obviously. But there's hackers out there. There's malicious actors. Of course, the government. Edward Snowden, if you remember, he uncovered that the government was actually tapping into cell phone cameras. So, you got Big Brother watching, and of course the big tech companies, they make lots and lots of money. They make their billions off of their users and advertising to them. So they want to know what you're interested in so that they can sell you stuff. And not even sell you stuff, it's to get advertisers to sell you stuff. So yeah, big tech, Big Brother, malicious hackers, society, and everything in between. So there's many interesting interested sources in your internet activity, because that's what it all comes down to. How does it work? Well, there's a complicated process of gathering all this data that comes in. They split it into these different V's you might hear about, but it gets complicated. I'm not going to get into it. But the point is, these big tech companies or the government or whoever it is collects the data, and there's data mining software that they can use to take all that complicated sets of data, those zettabytes of data, if you will. Of course, no one is controlling one particular zettabyte, but many gigabytes of information, processing it with these open source applications, and essentially mining the data to make it to pull useful information out of it. Basically, think of it as taking a very complicated spreadsheet and turning it into a nicely, easily understood chart that these companies or interested data users can use. All right.